we recording?
Yeah.
Oh. Hello.
But yeah,
No,
so let's get into it.
Let's get into this.
What's new?
I just have this friend, and she's seeing a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her guy friend, doesn't want her to have. Well, her boyfriend, I guess, so they're talking or courting or whatever. He doesn't want her to have other male friends outside of him. I can give you an example. Like one time, me and her were together, and she was on the phone. And he heard my voice, and he got like mad at her. So
Is he like insecure or does he hit girls?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can respect that. Like, I feel like if you as a dude, if you're not just one of these dudes that's like, oh, she can't see nobody and she can't even see her family, I have a problem with that. But
yeah,
if you gotta just be in a relationship and you can't work on your relationship and let your relationship cultivate and grow if you always hanging out with me, I understand that.
Right.
I just think that there should be probably boundaries in play. Everybody's different.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that it's important to establish boundaries, but early on, because if you wait and get set in your ways and then try to establish boundaries, at that point it's gonna be hard because by then you're ways and you're kind of like going through what you're going through, and you're not gonna be trying to hear that.
Right.
Like, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you can't hang out with your friend that you hang out with every Friday in the middle of your relationship. So I think that as long as there's boundaries, they should be established early on, not after, a certain amount of time when you realize that you really don't like that shit.
Right.
So I think that there's nothing wrong with having friends, but I think if you're the jealous type, then you need to just follow suit. You need to fall in line, because if you're the jealous type and if you don't want nobody else to have no friends, but then you want to keep your friends, that ain't right, nor is it fair.
Right, because on the flip side, she didn't necessarily want him to have female friends. So it's kind of like, okay, well, then what are you doing? Like, really, what are you doing? Like, it's okay for you. It shouldn't be that way. It can't be okay. It's like, is a relationship all about compromise and trust and honesty. So how can we build this? How can we cultivate a relationship, build a relationship? You say this is who you want to be with, and you're not willing, because I'm not gonna let nobody come between me. If I feel like she's the one, I'm not gonna let nobody come between that.
I just don't understand if it's if this person that you're trying to be friends with is truly your friend, why you can't introduce him to your dude? Why can't y'all hang out with each other? Why can't he take the time, as a man, to get to know who you are?
Right.
As her friend.
Exactly.
And why can't the man establish boundaries with you? If he had an issue with you, why go through her when man to man?
You could come to me. Exactly. But can I say this? I don't necessarily want to meet him.
Well, if you don't want to meet him,
I mean,
but that's fine if you don't want to meet him, because really you have no obligation. But because that's her situation,
right,
he should be like, okay, maybe you don't want to get rid of your friends, but I need to know who this person is.
Right. I mean,
so
introductory.
Let me look him in the eye and let me see. Let me get a feeling for him. But most people don't want to do that. They want to leave it up to the woman, and she only gonna say what she thinks she need to say, as far as the go-between,
right,
between him and you, because she ain't gonna tell you what he really said.
Right.
Just like she ain't gonna tell him what you really said.
Right.
She's gonna pick and choose what to share. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna be confusing. So I think, as far as that goes, I think that should be established early on. I think when y'all first get together, that should be one of those conversations that you talk about. But if they were friends first, then he would understand.
Right, because we were friends first.
No, but were they friends first?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. No, this is like a thing where they used to go to school together, and then they kind of lost touch, and now they're back in each other's lives.
So they weren't friends.
Right.
No. And then that's the problem right there, because, like I say on my website, you can't have a relationship with a person that you don't have a friendship with, because that friendship is that foundation. That friendship is initially what's going to save anything.
Right.
Because if a person wants to continue a relationship with you, they're going to want to continue a friendship with you as well. And if y'all ain't friends, in the beginning. Anyway, you grow to hate each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, damn, I ain't never even really liked this bitch anyway. Now that I think about it, that's what happens when you're not friends first. You know, so I think that should have been established early on too, and I think that this shit is gonna crash and burn. The end.
Friendship is key.
Friendship first. You have to know these people. You have to know who you're dealing with. Maybe if she knew that he was a jealous psycho at the beginning, you know, then she would be like, no, well maybe we can just hang out. Right. But I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be with you like that.
Right.
But because she didn't take time to learn him and to get to know him and to be his friend, now she's fucking looking like boo boo boo. Sorry, but that's real. I mean, I don't know what other way to say it. I mean, you might as well get out, girl. Like, girl, save yourself. Save yourself, girl. Fix my shirt.
We gotta talk about it too. Don't play with people's emotions. We gotta talk about that. But maybe that's for another video.
I don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about that. That's for another video. But I'm really a strong believer, and you know, not saying I love you